Hey everyone, welcome back to Tune in English. I'm Adam.
And I'm Anna. We're so glad you're here with us today. If you're new, hit subscribe so you never miss your daily English practice.
Okay, Anna, I need help. Real help, not emotional support. Grammar support.
Oh no, what happened?
So last night, I was working on a client project. Big deadline. Stress level, very high. I was sitting at my desk for 6 hours straight, no breaks. Just coffee and regret.
6 hours, Adam. Your back must hate you.
My back was screaming. By midnight, I stood up and told my wife, I need to go lay down. And she didn't even look up from her book. She just calmly said, lie down.
She corrected you.
In my moment of pain, my spine felt like shattered glass, and she gave me a grammar lesson.
But she was right.
Was she, though? Because I've been saying lay down my entire life. My dad says it, my friends say it, half the internet says it.
And most of them are technically wrong.
Fantastic. So I've been wrong for over 30 years. That's comforting.
Listen, don't panic. Even native English speakers mix this up constantly. You are absolutely not alone.
Really?
Really, lie and lay might be one of the most confusing word pairs in English. So if you're listening right now thinking, I never know which one to use, welcome to the club.
Okay, that makes me feel slightly better. My shoulders just dropped a little.
Good, because today we're finally going to clear this up.
Yes, please. My brain is ready, I think.
Let's start simple. The core difference is actually easier than people think.
I love when you say simple. It gives me hope.
Here it is. Lie means to rest or recline. You do it yourself. No object needed.
No object, just me.
Exactly. For example, I lie on the couch. You are resting your body.
I lie on the couch, just me. No extra thing involved.
Right. Now, lay means to put or place something. You do it to something. It needs an object.
So something has to receive the action.
Yes. For example, I lay the book on the table. The book is the object. You're placing it.
Okay, so lie equals rest myself. Lay equals place something.
That's it.
So when I said I need to lay down, there was no object. I wasn't placing anything.
Correct. You were just resting yourself. So it should have been, I need to lie down.
Wow, my wife was right. I hate when that happens.
It's a beautiful thing.
So the magic question is there an object?
Yes, that's the trick. If there's an object, something you're putting somewhere, use lay. If there's no object and you're just resting, use lie.
Object equals lay. No object equals lie.
You've got it.
Okay, I need examples. Lots of examples.
Sure. The dog lies on the rug.
The dog is resting. No object. Lie.
I lay my phone on the desk.
Phone is the object. I'm placing it. Lay.
She lies on the beach every summer.
She's resting herself. Lie.
He lays the towel on the sand.
The towel is the object. Lay.
Perfect.
What about my cat, Milo? Does Milo lie on the sofa or lay on the sofa?
Milo lies on the sofa. He's resting himself.
But if Milo carries his toy and drops it somewhere?
Then Milo lays his toy on the floor. The toy is the object.
That's actually adorable.
See? Grammar can be cute.
I'm going to picture a cat every time now. That might help.
Or think about chickens.
Chickens?
Chickens lay eggs. They're placing something, the egg. That's lay.
Chickens lay eggs. Egg equals object, lay.
And when you're tired, you lie down. No egg, no object, just you.
No egg, lie. Got an egg, lay. That's weirdly memorable.
Whatever works.
Okay, let me test myself. I lie on my bed when I'm tired.
Correct.
I lay my keys on the kitchen counter.
Yes, keys are the object.
I lie on the floor to watch TV.
Resting himself, perfect.
I lay my backpack on the floor.
Backpack is the object. Excellent.
Okay, present tense makes sense. I feel stable, but I'm scared to ask about the past tense.
You should be.
Oh no.
This is where it gets messy.
I knew it.
The past tense of lie, meaning to rest, is lay.
Wait, what?
Yes, Yesterday, you lay on the couch.
That sounds exactly like the present tense of the other word.
Exactly. That's why everyone gets confused.
So let me see if I understand. Lie in the present becomes lay in the past.
Correct. Lie, lay, lain.
Lain?
That's the past participle. I have lain on this couch all day.
That sounds very dramatic, like I'm in a 19th century novel.
It does sound formal. In everyday conversation, most people say, I've been lying on the couch.
Thank goodness, because lain feels fancy.
It's correct, but not very common in casual speech.
Okay, so the resting verb is lie, lay, lain,
Yes.
and the placing verb is lay, laid, laid.
That one feels nicer, more regular.
It is more regular. For example, I laid the book on the table yesterday.
Book is the object, I placed it, laid.
Exactly. So yesterday I lay on the beach.
Correct, you were resting.
And yesterday I laid my towel on the beach.
Also correct, you placed the towel.
Same location, two different verbs.
And that's English for you.
My brain is working hard right now, but I think something is starting to click.
Good, that's the goal.
Can we keep going? I want to really lock this in.
Absolutely, let's go deeper. All right, let's build this step by step so it really sticks. I want you to say this out loud with me. Present tense, resting verb, lie.
Lie.
Past tense, resting verb, lay.
Lay.
Past participle, lain.
Lain? Still sounds like I'm in a historical drama.
I know, but it's correct. Now the placing verb, present, lay.
Lay.
Past, laid.
Laid.
Past participle, laid.
Laid again. Okay, that pattern is friendlier.
Much friendlier. Now let's make this practical. Imagine yesterday was your lazy Sunday. Tell me about it using the correct forms.
Okay, yesterday I lay on the couch for 3 hours.
Good, you were resting.
I laid my phone on the coffee table.
Perfect, phone is the object.
I lay there watching movies.
Yes, past of lie.
And at some point, I laid a blanket over myself.
Excellent, blanket is the object.
Wow, that actually felt smooth.
See, when you slow down and think about the object, it becomes manageable.
I think the key is pausing for 1 second and asking, am I placing something?
Exactly, that one question can save you.
What about the ing forms? Because I hear lying and laying all the time.
Good question. The ing forms are actually easier. Lying is the ing form of lie, the resting verb. I am lying on the sofa.
No object, just me resting. Lying.
Right. And laying is the ing form of lay, the placing verb. I am laying the tiles in the kitchen.
The tiles are the object. I'm placing them. Laying.
Exactly.
So if I say the baby is lying in the crib, that's correct.
Yes, the baby is resting.
But if I say the baby is laying in the crib, that's wrong?
Technically, yes. The baby isn't placing anything. The baby is resting, so it should be lying.
I've heard so many people say the baby is laying there.
You'll hear it a lot. It's very common in casual speech. But if you want to be grammatically precise, use lying.
Okay, so here's a classic mistake. I'm going to lay down.
Yes, that's one of the biggest ones.
Because there's no object. I'm just resting myself.
Correct. So the proper version is, I'm going to lie down.
It feels so unnatural because I've said it wrong for so long.
That's normal. When you change a habit, it feels strange at first. But the more you say lie down, the more natural it will become.
What about this one? I laid on the beach all day.
That's another common mistake. Yesterday you were resting, so you should say, I lay on the beach all day.
Because lay is the past of lie.
Exactly. Laid is only for when you place something.
So I laid my towel on the beach is correct.
Yes, towel is the object.
But I laid on the beach is wrong because I didn't place myself somewhere, I rested.
Right, you lay on the beach.
English really enjoys playing tricks on us.
It does, and we're not done yet. There's another layer of confusion.
Of course there is.
The verb lie also means to not tell the truth.
Oh no, a completely different meaning.
Yes, and this one is regular. Lie, lied, lied.
So he lied to me yesterday. That's simple.
Exactly. That has nothing to do with resting.
So now we have 3 patterns. Let me try to say them clearly.
Go for it.
I lie meaning rest, lie, lay, lain.
Correct.
I lay meaning place, lay, laid, laid.
Yes.
And lie meaning not tell the truth, lie, lied, lied.
Perfect.
3 words, almost identical spelling, 3 different patterns.
That's why this topic deserves an entire episode.
Let me try 3 sentences. He lied about finishing his homework.
That's the truth-related verb. Good.
After school, he lay on the sofa.
Past of lie, resting. Correct.
And then he laid his backpack on the floor.
Past of lay, placing. Excellent.
That feels like a mental workout.
It is, but repetition builds confidence.
Can we talk about some useful expressions? I want phrases I can actually use in real life.
Sure, let's start with lie down.
Classic. I need to lie down for a minute.
Exactly. No object, just rest.
What about lay out?
Lay out means to arrange or organize something. For example, let me lay out the plan for tomorrow.
Plan is the object. I'm presenting it, placing it in front of you metaphorically.
That's right. Or physically, she laid out her clothes on the bed.
Clothes are the object.
Good. Another one, lay off.
Like when a company fires workers?
Yes, the company laid off 50 employees.
Past tense of lay. And there's also lay off the sugar, meaning stop eating so much.
Exactly. Different meaning, same verb form.
What about lie low?
That means to hide or avoid attention. After the argument, he decided to lie low for a few days.
Resting quietly, staying out of trouble.
Yes.
This is starting to feel clearer. Still complex, but clearer.
Good. Let's reinforce it with a few mini scenarios.
I'm ready.
Scenario 1, bedtime.
Okay.
Every night, I lie down at 10 p.m.
Present tense, resting.
Last night, I lay down at 11.
Past of lie.
I lay my glasses on the nightstand.
Present of lay. Glasses are the object.
I laid them there before sleeping.
Past of lay.
Perfect.
I think I'm finally seeing the pattern instead of just memorizing it.
That's the breakthrough moment.
My brain is tired, but in a good way.
Grammar gym session.
Exactly.
Let's finish strong with a few more real-life situations. I want you to imagine these scenes clearly. When you connect grammar to real moments, it becomes natural.
Okay, I am picturing it like a movie in my head.
Good. Scene 1. You come home after a long day. What do?
I drop my bag, walk into the living room, and lie on the couch.
Present tense. You're resting yourself. Perfect.
Yesterday, I came home and lay on the couch for an hour.
Past of lie. Excellent.
Before that, I laid my laptop on the table.
Yes. Laptop is the object. You placed it.
I'm starting to hear the difference now. It's subtle, but it's there.
That's exactly how fluency develops. It's not about memorizing rules forever. It's about training your ear and instincts.
Okay, scene 2. A picnic in the park.
Love it.
I arrive and I lay the picnic blanket on the grass.
Blanket is the object, correct?
Then I lie down on the blanket.
Rest in yourself. Good.
Later, I lay there watching the clouds.
Past of lie. Beautiful.
And before we leave, I lay the leftover food back in the basket.
Present of lay. You're placing it. Excellent.
That actually feels smooth now.
See? Repetition plus context equals confidence.
Can we talk about one more common mistake? I hear people say the book is laying on the table.
Yes, that's a big one. The book isn't placing anything. It's just resting there. So it should be the book is lying on the table.
Because even objects can lie if they're just resting somewhere.
Exactly. Objects lie. They don't lay unless they're laying something else.
That sounds philosophical again.
Grammar can be deep.
So let me summarize everything in my own words.
Go for it. Teaching it back is the best way to learn.
I lie meaning rest, no object. Present, lie, past lay, past participle, lain.
Correct.
I lay meaning place, lay, laid, laid.
Yes.
And lie meaning not tell the truth, lie, lied, lied.
Perfect.
3 words, almost identical spelling, 3 different patterns.
So if I say, I'm going to lie down, that's correct.
Yes.
If I say, yesterday I lay on the sofa, that's also correct.
Yes.
And I laid my phone on the desk is correct because phone is the object.
Exactly.
I feel like I've climbed a grammar mountain.
And you made it to the top.
I won't lie, I used to avoid this topic completely.
That's very honest of you.
See what I did there? Lie as in not telling the truth.
Nicely done.
Before we wrap up, I want to give our listeners one final memory trick.
Yes, let's lock it in.
Ask yourself, am I placing something? If yes, use lay. If not, use lie.
That's the golden rule.
And remember the chicken trick. Chickens lay eggs.
Egg equals object, lay.
No egg? Then lie down.
Exactly.
Okay, quick question for everyone listening. Where's your favorite place to lie down and relax? Is it your bed, the couch, a sunny spot by the window?
Or maybe a park bench where you can just lie there and listen to music.
And what's something you lay down every day? Your phone, your keys, your bag?
Think about those little daily actions. The more you connect grammar to real life, the easier it becomes.
And remember, even native speakers mix this up all the time, so don't feel embarrassed if you've been saying it wrong.
What matters is that now you understand the difference. That's progress.
If this episode helped you, share it with a friend who always says, I'm going to lay down.
We all know someone like that.
Sometimes it's us.
No judgment here, just learning.
Thanks for tuning in to Tune In English.
Keep practicing a little every day.
Small steps, big improvement.
See you in the next episode.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.